Okay, today we're out in the cold robot hut and we're going to talk about this toy that I just got. It's made by VIMPRO, sold under various different names. Let me read them off here to you. Smart Robot, Induction Robot, Intelligent Robot, RC Robot. Anyway, got it off Amazon, $20.99 with free shipping, and it's got a lot of advanced features for that amount of money. I think it could be hackable to be made into something else, but it's also quite a good toy if you have some kid that's 6 years old or 6 to 10. Be right in that category. They're gonna love it. You can see it's packed up well. One of the first things I'll tell you about it is it has a built-in rechargeable battery, so you're not going to have to keep buying batteries for the robot. And it comes with a USB cable, so you can just plug it in and recharge it. Any 5-volt source, power bank, computer, charger for your cell phone, anything like that. You do have to put two AAAs in the remote. And I'm going to be moving, maybe we'll just zoom in right now. We're going to be moving the toy to the floor here in a minute when we start demoing it. But till then, let's get it to where you can see it better. Charging port is on the back, right here, and on the front. Like I say, one of the key features is not having to buy battery all the time when your kid's playing with it so much. And the instruction manual is inside here. It does so many different things that I think it could be a good hacking platform if you want to take it apart and make your own custom robot or something like that, you know. But let's go over the remote first. It'll give you a rough idea about some of the things that it can do. On if I get this in screen, the memo button is really a demo button. And there are 3 different demos, so once you push that, you can go through the different demos. Maybe before I get to that, we should just start at the beginning. When you first power it on, and the on button is right here on the robot. Above it, there's a reset button, but this one turns it on. When it goes into on mode, it talks and moves around a little bit, and if the kid leaves it on but doesn't play with it, it'll wait about 1.5 minutes after that first little bit that it does. Then it'll start quizzing the kid and asking, do you want to play, come play with me, that kind of stuff. And about every 20 seconds it'll do that. It'll do that, counting the first on bit, it'll do that 3 times, and then by the 4th time it'll automatically turn off. You can stop at any time that it's doing that just by hitting the stop button, and then you can get into the other mode. Like I say, you have a demo mode, where it's kind of sing and dance and make noises and do lights and all kinds of things like that. Oh, another nice thing about this, since it does have so many audio functions, you have a volume control. You can actually turn the volume up and turn the volume down. Very handy so it doesn't drive you crazy. As far as the movements go, it has 2 different ways of moving. This side over here is the glide mode. It's sort of like the old Gumby shows where it just slides along. And then this is the more walking mode, you know, with the legs moving and the arms moving in time. So you have forward, reverse, right, left. Same thing with the glide, forward, reverse, right, left. The mode switches in the middle will slow it down. When it powers up, that'll be normal walk speeds. If you push this button once, then it'll slow it down to about half that speed. Push it again and it goes back to the fast walk speed. You've got other things over here. This says science, and basically in the, I'm going to look at the instruction book here closer. Yeah, in the science one, there are 4 different sections that it goes through and tells you some science facts. And of course, if you've heard the first one over and over again, you can hit the same science button again while you're in that mode, and it'll go to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. Good habit, it tells you it's aimed at young children, you know, 6 to 10 years old. Tells them good habits that they should have, like cleanliness and stuff like that. Music mode, well, back in the good habit, there's 4 different areas in the good habit one. In the music mode, there are 8 different songs. These would be music without lyrics in this case. And then in machine language, you've got, I think it was 3. It was either 2 or 3 different machine languages where it basically makes robot sounds and moves. And all of these functions, it's also moving while it's doing that. In song mode, then you have music with lyrics. First it'll sing the song and then you can sing along with it. And there's, how many songs were there? There were 5 different, 8 different. I think there were 5 different songs in this mode here. Okay, so there's the boring stuff that'll keep your kid happy. Here's some of the more fun stuff. You've got a program mode. If you hit the program button, you can then enter any of the movements that you might want, like go forward X number of times, or turn right, or turn left, or back up, or walk, go from walk to glide, any of those things. Or you can actually go from that and go right into music mode. And when you're all done, hit the program button again, and then it'll execute the program you did. So you could actually have some, you can do up to 60 steps if I remember right. You could have some fun with that. You could make an obstacle course and see who can program the robot to get through the obstacle course without hitting anything the best. And then, to get even more things, you don't have to use the remote. It has a gesture control on the front of the robot. And if you hold your hand steady right in front of it, that's like obstacle avoidance, and it backs up and moves away from your hand. If you put your hand in front of it and then quickly move your hand away, then it'll go forward. If you put your hand in front of it and move it to the right, it'll turn to the right. Put your hand in front, move to the left, turn to the left. So you can also do gesture control without even having the remote at all. Like I say, on power up, let's put this all back in normal mode because we're going to go into the floor here pretty soon. You've got a fairly sophisticated light show that can go on up in the head here too, which is pretty cool.
Hello, I am number 3. I have super sense ability, able to sense your special orders. I can dance as well.
I'm going to move us to the floor here, so hang on. I hit the reset button to make it stop doing all of that. I'm grabbing the remote. So let's start with hand gestures. You hold your hand up there. It saw as an obstacle, so it moved back. You put your hand there and move forward. Then it sees that as a forward. There we go. So you get the idea of the hand gesture control stuff. Then when you're using the remote, like I say, you've got your turn right and turn left. That's the, let's go to the glide right. See how that works? Or am I blocking the screen completely with the remote? I'll just tell you what I'm doing, then you can see better. I'm going to push the turn left and we're in glide mode. And here's back, slide, forward, slide. Got it going this way. Now I'll go into walk forward. And walk back. So, and I think he's still in frame more or less. I'm going to hit the program button up here. Hit the program. Let's tell it to glide back. Then let's tell it to, well, let's go glide back again. Then let's turn right. Then let's go walk forward. Then let's turn left. And let's just do that program. So, there you have it. A lot of different functions. Supposed to have a runtime on the internal batteries of about 2 to 2.5 hours. They're saying charging could take up to 2 hours on a totally dead battery. I found that it only took about 1 hour, between 45 minutes and 1 hour to fully charge the robot. The on-off switch is right there for turning it off. And the design that they're using is one that I first used on the robots that I was building, 7-foot tall robots back in the 1980s, where basically the legs are free linkage to move. In this case, they've linked them to the arms. So the motors are in the bottom of the feet. You only have 2 motors in the entire toy. So by turning one motor on and then the other motor on, you can get walking action, or if you turn them both on, you can get gliding action. It's a very good way of doing things. I can think of another toy that did that in the early days. There was a Radio Shack robot, which I can look up. But I don't know, I think for like 21 bucks and free shipping, if you do have a small kid that likes all the audio stuff. I'll give you an example of the music. Well, let's give you an example of a song.
Singing is always my hobby.
So, that gives you an idea of what that's all about. I'm telling you to stop there, guy. Just stop. Science, for example.
Master, let me tell you some interesting popular sciences. Master, do you know what a universe is? It has neither boundary nor bottom, while having no beginning or end. Remember, if you want to know more...
Gave it a stop. I think you get the idea. Anyway, good price, a lot of actions. You can pose the hands and open the thumbs. You can raise the arms up. So you can do a lot of things with it. It seems to be fairly well built. Should be a little bit difficult for them to break. Might last a little bit longer than a lot of things these days. So anyway, I'll put a link from the Amazon where I got mine. I don't get any money off anything. I don't have any sort of Amazon affiliate thing going on or nothing like that. Once you've seen it, then you could search for it other places and buy it. Maybe it's somewhere cheaper. I don't know. Like I say, 2 AAAs in the back of the remote. Rechargeable robot, 21 bucks. Tear it apart for the motors, the control unit. Make your own hand gesture or remote controlled vehicle, or paint it up, or just seems like a good base for the amount of money. A lot of actions. So there you go. The VIMPRO Smart Bot, it says on there. Intelligent Bot. RC Bot. So many different names for the same robot.